This was taken at Ursula processing facility where thousands are being housed and processed and then released subsequently into the United States. So think about this. This is what America Last looks like. This is 100% what it looks like.
All right, to break all of this down, I'm joined now by the host of the Michael Savage Show podcast and the author of the book, Our Fight for America, The War Continues, Dr. Michael Savage. Dr. Savage, welcome. And for a second, I just don't want to mislead our viewers when it comes to that soundbite that we just played. I certainly don't believe that any mother in need of baby formula, no matter what country they're from, every mother that needs baby formula deserves to have that for her child, every parent. But I'm wondering what your reaction is to what is seemingly not only the issue with the recalls, but this is also the supply chain.
Thank you for having me. I agree with you that this is a multifactorial problem. Yes, it is true that there are pallets of baby formula being given to illegal aliens through various and sundry groups, but it's multifactorial. Abbott Lab was shut down over contamination issues last year. Soy production is down in areas in America. Now, the USDA is the largest buyer of infant formula in the U.S. for their WIC program, which is largely food products given to welfare mothers and, of course, now non-citizens. But there's another couple of issues. Breastfeeding is no longer popular in America owing to current social mores. I mean, that would take a book to talk about what happened there. Breastfeeding was once very popular. In the 1980s, many decades. The solutions are quite simple. Breastfeeding would be the simplest solution, but you can't force a mother to breastfeed if she does not want to. Another solution to this problem is, and people are doing this, they're making their own baby formula. Now, that's a little risky. You can't just put together some powder and some water and make breast milk. Breast milk is ingenious. It has things in it that no formula has. For example, colostrum. Mothers know what that is. Colostrum is found only in breast milk, incidentally, which provokes an immune response in the baby and permits them to defend against illnesses on their own. You can't find that in any baby formula anyway. So the solutions are breastfeeding and making some very, very, very deep studies on how to make your own baby formula. And there are some good advice on the internet. Answer again, breastfeeding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the issue. There are some women that can't produce breast milk, and obviously working mothers opt to have formula, and some babies require different formulas. So even when you go to what's available, that might not be the right thing for the child. But I think what it gets down to is sort of the crux of the issue, which is that, of course, I guess we'll play this comment right here. Biden's economic advisor, Brian Deese, made this stunning admission this week that the Biden administration knew that this shortage was coming. Take a listen.
Parents and with friends and colleagues, we was aware that people were starting to have trouble in stores. But we were aware of this from when the FDA had to take its action back in February with Abbott and with the steps in the Michigan facility. And we have had a team on this from the FDA and in the interagency process since then.
Yeah, and the press secretary, Jen Psaki, has blamed, of course, the baby formula shortage on hoarding the other day. Let's listen to this really quick, too, while we're here.
What we are seeing, which is an enormous problem, is hoarding. People hoarding because they're fearful. That is one element of it. And people hoarding because they are trying to profit off of fearful parents. So that is also something we're focused on taking efforts to track and adjust and address and look into.
Side note, she also blamed the FDA for this, saying that the White House doesn't have the Biden administration doesn't have a national stockpile of baby formula. Your response to all of this, Michael?
Well, they're spinning again. The fact of the matter is they've known about it since last February. They're always quick to blame the industry, blame others, never to blame their lack of capacity for planning, whether it's gasoline shortages, now baby food shortages in general, and other shortages to come. We can say there's a lot of blame to go around, but I want to repeat again, it's a multifactorial problem, and there are many answers. Since it's a multifactorial problem, what you do is you solve each of the factors one at a time. You stop shipping formula to the border, and you start shipping formula to the supermarkets. You encourage women to breastfeed instead of making it a socially, let's say, an outcast thing to do. I know women don't want to do it anymore, by the way. There's a lot of reasons for it. And again, this is a complex problem. I'm not a woman. On the other hand, I am a father, and I know what it does to a woman to breastfeed and also to have to give up some privacy while you're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that need to be done. But before I go, there are wonderful answers on how to make your own baby formula from goat's milk, etc. But you have to know what you're doing, and it's not easy to do. It's very complicated.
Well, we appreciate that tip. Dr. Michael Savage, thank you.